Good morning. Had a funnily enough spent a little bit of chat during the pre-stream talking about how for some reason it doesn't tend to save when I tab to the stream view, and immediately, like as we tab over, we have a chat question that isn't showing up on stream. Is that the Nier soundtrack? Yeah, Nier Automata. I've been playing it a lot lately. Started it like a while ago, actually, and only just recently came back to properly. I'm work on finishing it in the ways that is. No, what in the world? What's that? Huh. Can I make that go away? Sorry, there's a it doesn't look like it's showing up on the live stream at least, but there's a little because I'm live streaming on Discord. There's a little tab that's popped up showing my Discord username. So weird. How do I get rid of that? I mean, it's not gonna kill me if I can't. Well, I guess I'll live. Anyway. It's Tuesday morning in-game. Not in real life, unless there's some weird fucked up time zone I don't even know about. And we've learned that if we're going to try and appeal to the mysterious deity that lives in the woods, we have to do so by Friday. Which I suppose is going to make that one of the foggiest Fridays yet. In addition, during the night, one of the townsfolk's new horses that he got for his farm work and for helping out the rest of the villagers got. He thinks they got stolen. Some of the more superstitious townsfolk think a witch did it. Which I'm sure is what these gentlemen are talking about here. Make certain you find them, Gustav. Easier said than done, Father. I'm not too confident we'll find them, to tell you the truth. Eugen needs our support, folks, no matter the outcome. You won't find a thing, I tell you. Why wouldn't he? It's horses we're talking about. They couldn't have flown away. Nonsense. They were hag-ridden. Do try to keep calm, old Jochen. The lass is right, old lad. Horses can't fly. Even if we don't find them, there has to be something. You said you weren't confident you'd find them, Mr. Gustav? Thieves don't usually leave their plunder out in the open, do they? We must make every effort to fix this, Gustav. I understand, Father. Suspicion down. Now let me check the docket. I can help with chores, but I could also go and meet Rosenmarine for a romantic event. And I don't think... considering she's right over here, and I don't have a date planned later with her like I do for Freya, I don't think I can plan anything with Ned cooking. It's rather strange, I must say. Ah, Elise! Is everything alright? I've gotta find some of my voices again. Too many characters I try to make sound sufficiently different without enough of them being important enough to make sure I remember what specifically I did for them. Oh, you haven't heard. There was a thick fog about town last night, you see? I didn't notice it either, I ought to say. Fog, you say? I wouldn't have given it much thought, but it's perfectly possible whoever took Eugene's horses made use of it, you see? You're starting to sound like Mrs. O'Dealy, Mrs. McTild. Your Legend of Spyro Streams, how are you doing? I am doing pretty alright. Good morning and welcome also, glad you're liking the Spyro streams. Oh, don't you ever say such a thing again, Elise. It's best I go, Mrs. McTild. You know where to find me should you need me. That said, you'd best keep your distance from Odalie, you hear? Old Jolchin, too. There's no need to tell us, Mrs. McTild. Anyway, I will not worry about running around town finding everyone to talk to right now, because... I don't really care. How are my funds? And how are my foods? I could stand to buy some bread. Oh, I should do a chore, I guess. Get some more money. You got the reins, Tristan. Right here. No need to fret. Thinking of helping us out, Elise? I don't think I could be of much help, but if there's anything else... I jest, lass. You best leave this to us, Elise. Eugene and Heinrich are taking their time, aren't they? Give the man a moment, Tristan. The longer we wait about, the less chance we have of finding them, though. It was most likely just some tasteless prank. Who do you think did it, then? Now that's... This kind of talk won't take us anywhere, lads. We're not even sure we'll find anything out there. I mean, I've got a few... Oh, mushrooms only get my health up. Oh, I have a few things to sell, though. Okay. Sell a toy horse. Sell a fancy kerchief. And a leather purse. I like to... This could be a useful... Okay. Oh. Could buy a couple of these. Bundle of cookies made with different doughs, fillings, and toppings. Give me 2 pretzels. And 3 breads. You're struggling to skip the cutscenes and to press L1 to skip for Eternal Night. It also works for New Beginnings. Okay. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I think I've... if I remember correctly, I've left my stream, like, right at a point where... If I, like, keep having trouble with the combat, I'll definitely, like, be happy to know that I can skip. There she is. I'll spend some time with her. I've just realized I didn't go and get my water before stream. So give me 1 moment. I always make sure to put a bottle of water in the freezer like a half hour ahead of time. It is a great recipe for, like, taking a risk if I forget it too long, but it's still liquid enough to drink. Okay, let's stop at that scorpion portion because the game uses autosave. I do always forget. Admittedly, I had a portion in A New Beginning where I, like, saved most of the way through a level to stop playing, and then still had to start the level over, so I wasn't really sure where... I wasn't sure, like, if I would have the same issue with Eternal Night, or if I would, like, where the level divide specifically was. But I did, like... I mean, for one, it is good to know that it does autosave there. But I also, like, I left myself a save state in case of emergencies. So it shouldn't be a concern. But I do appreciate the info either way. I'm so glad you came, Elise. Anything to get me out of that rat hole. And to think I have to deal with those folks all day. I can lend you a hand, Elise. Whatever you need. That aside, Rosemarine, what was it you wanted to show me? This is somewhat embarrassing, but... Look at this, Elise. A pine cone. That's what you wanted to show me. It's more important than you think. This pine cone is my treasure, Elise. Huh? Granny gave it to me when I was little. Your Granny, huh? I understand how she feels, I suppose. We're just the same as this pine cone, Elise. How am I the same as a pine cone, Rosemarine? I promise there's proper meaning to what I'm saying. Alright, alright. Our time here in this realm is rather limited, isn't it? I suppose. You see how the pine cone is covered with scales? If you think of it as yourself in your life up until this moment, you can understand how each scale represents something, right? I see. Your experiences and dreams, and the things you hold dear. All those things are just the same as the scales on this pine cone. Rosemarine. There are times when one falls off or gets damaged, and you don't feel as whole anymore, but you learn to be without it and find that losing one doesn't mean that you'll lose all the others. They chibied her. This pine cone is the representation of my path. It represents you, Elise. I've been meaning to tell you all about it for so long. Oh, for goodness sake. All these scales represent the path I've taken to reach you. And now that I'm by your side, I feel whole like never before. You see what I mean, don't you, Elise? I do, I do. Oh, I'm so glad I could finally tell you about it. Flock is one of those scales too. Did you know that he's... Breathe, Rosemary. You make me whole, Elise. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, don't get flustered. I'll get flustered too. The silly. Shush it, you. Come now, we ought to head back to town. Before we do, Elise, won't you meet me at the viewpoint tomorrow morning? Alright, alright. I'll be spending all my time with you at this rate. Oh, if you're too busy, then... For goodness sake, Rosemary. Wait, Elise. Heartpiece acquired. Having problems with the spider enemies when they regenerate, use the ground pound to kill them with flip. Also applies to the scorpions. I should have thought of that since there are, like, enemies in, I think, each of the other older Spyro games. Maybe not the... You would think I would know for a fact if they were in the original trilogy. But that does make sense. Might as well have a pretzel, keep full health. Okay, look. Once again, I would like to go to Freya's house instead of doing chores. The townsfolk are going to be so mad at me. Oops. Good to know I can bring that up anytime I want. In case I missed some dialogue. Oh, what am I to do? Mrs. Lisbeth? You've heard, I suppose, about the goats, about what old Jochen said to... Was it goats? I thought it was horses. No, maybe I haven't heard about goats yet. I don't think I have, Mrs. Lisbeth. I don't know what to do, my dear. My goats are so ill I don't know if they'll make it through the night, and that's what I did know. The goats are sick. Old Jochen came by and called Mama a witch. Oh, he's unbelievable. Poor Lebkuchen tried to defend me, but... Lebkuchen? Father Hans sent her back to church for defending Mama. I'm at a loss, my dear. I don't know what to do. I'm going to have a word with Father Hans and old Jochen for you, Mrs. Lisbeth. No, Elise, I already feel bad enough for poor Lebkuchen. We're not witches. I know, Apfel, I know. It is really fun how, like... Even as bright as the town is, and as lighthearted and even whimsical as it can be at times, there is such this undercurrent of paranoia and mistrust and strife among all the townsfolk. I feel like it would be very easy for the darker elements and the lighthearted elements to, like, kind of clash, but they really do weave together quite well. Oh, go away, Elise. What's gotten into her? What's gotten into her, Jacob? I don't really know. I think it's because of the goats, but it's not because of the goats. What is it then? I'm not telling. I'm not telling. I can't force you, but what's the use of worrying you if you won't let us help, Gruna? Elise is right, Gruna. Oh, it's Apfel and Mama. What about them, Gruna? They've been mean to me all day. So it is because of the goats. Mrs. Lisbeth's on edge, I suppose. Why don't you keep Gruna distracted, Jacob? I'm trying, Elise. I don't want to be distracted. Leave me alone. Or maybe it's a very Germanic inside town. I wonder if it should be Jakob. Oh, I've had it, Mechtild. Oh, that fretting is of no use to Kieferberg, Odalie. You too, Elise. Huh? You've come to mess with me again, I know it. I've never gone out of my way to mess with you, Mrs. Odalie. It's no use, dearie. Odalie's going on about this all day. All of Kieferberg thinks I've lost my mind. Well, let me... Not this again, Odalie. You need to look after your health, Mrs. Odalie. You'll see, both of you. I think this should lead back to... Yeah. Now, where are we trying to go? Are you coming as well, Elise? Going where, Mrs. Marielle? We're helping out with the stalls, you see. Oh, you should join us, Elise. I'm not certain I have the time, Mrs. Brunhild. That's alright, dearie. We've all been busy today. Oh, I wonder how the lads are doing out there. Going out on patrols day and night like this. Truly. So that's where they all are, huh? Feels a little empty without them hanging around town, doesn't it? Oh, I can only wonder what Kieferberg will be like in a few years. There she is. Oh, the little heart window. Okay, what did I do for her? Hold on. Ah, Elise, there you are. Loitering about home, are you, Freya? Nothing of the sort. In fact, I've been rather busy. You did say you'd be at home all afternoon. I was going to get a head start on the festival preparations, but I couldn't bear seeing all of Kieferberg on edge like this. More than on edge, Freya, the townsfolk are rabid. Elise, all this witch nonsense is only making things worse, too. That's why we ought to bring some cheer ourselves, Elise. Cheer, you say? You know better than to waste your cheer on these folks, Freya. Don't say that, Elise. Look. I've been baking pies for everyone all afternoon. That's so many. I may have gotten carried away a little. A little, you say? It was a good excuse to try out my mother's recipes. Your mother's recipes? Yes, she used to keep a lot of journals. For sewing and baking, for making ointments, anything you can think of. So that's how you know how to do all of that. After all, I was too young to learn from her in person. Freya. Before I forget. Grape pie, was it? Huh? Booping her. Your favorite, silly? It was grape pie, wasn't it? I suppose. Make sure you share it with Rose and Marine, alright? baked me an entire pie, Freya. I'm doing it for all of Kieferberg. I couldn't forget about you, could I? I remember what you said about me showering you with gifts, but you're truly trying to show you how I feel, Elise. Oh goodness, you're red as a beet. Whose fault is that, you... I didn't even say anything that bad, silly. One more word and I'll tell Molly about these pies. Elise. For goodness sake. I truly did listen to what you said to me on Sunday, Elise. And everything I've said and done since then, I've meant it, so... I'm well aware, Freya. Say, I'll be lending Mrs. Welma a hand by the inn tomorrow at dusk. Alright, I'll be there. You could be a little more genuine, Elise. You could be a little less cheeky, Freya. Oh, but it's so much fun getting you all flustered, Elise. Why, you... What a delight. Girl who makes you fruit pies living the dream. Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon, yet I am playing through the whole series in order for the first time ever. I don't have any experience with any of them before these streams. Okay. Seems like they're back from looking for the horses, but... Horseshoes scattered about, you say? Found them just past the logging grounds, but... Why in the Lord's name would anyone remove horseshoes? I wouldn't want to lend a weight to old Jochen's nonsense, but... Wake up, lads. They were hag-ridden, I tell you. This isn't the time, old Jochen. We must keep calm. Thank you for your time today, lads. I'll be moving along now. I've had enough of wandering about. I've never seen him so disheartened, I must say. To think you lads didn't find even a trace. We looked everywhere, Mrs. Marlin. The peaks, the lake. Heinrich and Tristan even followed the path to Primeldorf. We ought to give it another try first thing. I found it! I found it! I found the horse! It's right outside! What are you saying, Maggie? It's the truth. It's lying on the ground. Is it alive? Take us to it, lassie. Good heavens. My word. Oh, the poor thing. Good grief, it's nearly dead. What do you make of it, Eugene? He's exhausted. I'd say he ran here by the looks of it. No, that can't be. We've only just made it back. We would have found him or heard him or... I must say I'm at a loss, lads. They were hag-ridden, no two ways about it. Look at it, gasping for breath, ill. Look at its eyes. Keep calm, old Jochen. Think you can nurse him back to health, Eugene? I'm taking him back to the stables right now. I'll lend a hand, Eugene. You fools ought not to touch that horse. Lord knows what the witch has done to it. Come now, lads, let's go fetch him some water. He must have broken free from wherever he was being kept, I suppose. Broke off the reins and ran back to Kieferberg. I can't think of... Nonsense, Bernard. I'll have it said right here, right now, folks. It's best you show some restraint, old Jochen. This isn't... Old Stefan warned us about this. Oh, not this old Stefan nonsense again, you old fool. We need to keep calm, folks. Arguing about this won't... Have you no memory of his words, Hans? Gustav? He spoke of the ill fortune we'd have of the witch. Of folks' livelihoods slipping through their fingers. Old Stefan was a tormented lad on his deathbed, old Jochen. There is worse to come, folks, mark my words. What are we to do with him, father? Just wait for him to tire himself out, that's all we can do. Come, folks, let's head back to town. Love the sprite work in this game, like a whole dedicated, miserable, breathing horse sprite for a single scene. Maybe it'll come up again later, but still. Things are starting to get a little out of hand, aren't they? Is your next Legend of Spyro 2 stream coming out? I stream those every Monday. Live on Twitch. When I uploaded the VOD to YouTube kind of depends. I try to do it about a day later. Okay. I think I'm gonna go help Linda with apples because that is a chore I haven't done at all yet. And I definitely want to get a chore in. Keep making a little bit of money. I don't feel like doing voices, I'm not talking to those guys. Thank you so much for the stay hydrated. Still have a little bit of coffee from this morning that I gotta not forget about, but hydration redeem is for water. Oh, Elise. Feeling the pressure, Mrs. Linda? Aren't we all? I hate to ask, but could you fetch me some apples, dear? Of course, Mrs. Linda. I'll be on my way. Thank you, Elise. I have my hands full with supper, you see. 2 extra breads. No, I think not. How many apples do these folks need, anyhow? I can tell by looking at it how this one's gonna work. This is a classic. Move side to side. Oh. Ah! I assume I don't want to catch the purple ones. Oh, yep. Okay. Well, I feel like I did pretty good.
3, 2, 1, go!
Who's throwing animals at me? Maybe it's the witch. Okay. Rank A. I think that might be the best I've done in a game yet. Maybe I got an A rank for something else, but I don't think that's worth trying again. Why is she throwing anvils when she should be throwing kisses? If there really is a witch plaguing this town, I do think she should be nice to me specifically. You can't even argue that that is what's going on because she turned into moths and tried to kill me. Last night, on Tuesday, Monday night, in-game. Legend of Spyro more than Classic Spyro. I've played them 50 times now, including the handheld versions. Yeah, I grew up with the Classic, so I've played them a whole bunch, so I do have that bias towards them. Libcookin and I used to play about in the water all the time, didn't we? Though we're a little too old for that now, I suppose. Forevermore decorated with blooming flowers, Kieferberg's crest rests atop the square fountain in its ancient glory. But I can't see how the Legend series would be, like, similarly beloved. And I have heard that, like, the handheld versions are, like, different enough to be worth playing on their own. So I might stream them at some point. Meet Libcookin at the bakery and have dinner with Rosenmarine. What is my... Where do I see how 20 matches? I'm actually pretty good. I was thinking of buying some more, but I think maybe there's no need. Oh, hello? Elise? Oh, what does this old hag want now? Where do you think you're going, Elise? Huh? I need to have a word with you. What's this about, Mrs. Bertha? Your cousin, that's what this is about, Elise. The lass has been wandering about town, you know. She's been helping me out, Mrs. Bertha. No, I don't think so, Elise. Your cousin's been telling folks there's no thief in Kieferberg. So has old Jochen. He's been insisting on the hag writing, hasn't he? Old Jochen is one thing, but your cousin has no right to be spreading such nonsense, Elise. All right, I can have a word with her, I suppose. All right, then what do you make of this? She's also been recommending Brunhild herbal medicines. Because she cares, Mrs. Bertha. I understand she shouldn't be doing this. I'll let her know. As long as you understand, Elise. This is dangerous. I ought to make certain I bring Rosemarine to work with me. Or I'll have to deal with this every day. Good heavens, so... She's eager to meet everyone in town, but will inevitably raise suspicion if left alone for too long. Bring along to help you with tasks as often as possible or face the villagers' wrath. Okay. I thought you'd never come about, Elise. Oh, spare me. Here's your bread, Elise. You must keep yourself fed. 2 breads. You too, Lebkuchen. You're looking just as tired as I am. Can you tell? You're not as mysterious as you think you are. Now that's better. Move along, Elise. It's best we head to bed early tonight. Oh, Lord knows I can use some good sleep. How is he to know when you hardly ever pray, Elise? It's not as though he makes for good conversation, so why bother? Good night, Lebkuchen. Good night, Elise. I do want to... I'll buy a Lebkuchen for when I need it. And I'll buy another bread. Oh. All done. Let me check. And I will go ahead and... I'll wait a minute. I'll wait a minute for bread. Oh. Oh no. That's Mr. Eugene's... You've come, you've come. This crow, it's speaking to me. You're wearing them, you're wearing them. Shiny, shiny! What's the meaning of this? Who's there? The hex, the hex! You're the bearer of the hex. Hex? What hex? The hex, the hex! You've heard of it, you're wearing it as we speak. The hex, the hex! Stay away! Show it to me, show it to me! I have nothing to show you, go away! Why, yes you do, your desire. Your fervent greed, your boundless hunger for glory. Show it to us, show it to us! Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? My eye! What have you done to my eye? Show it to us, show it to us! You wretch! The testament to your tender flesh is awaiting you in my grove. A testament! Our grove, our grove! Wait, you... I'm awaiting you, Elise, in my ceramic grove of wheat. A testament. Anyhow, I ought to let Mr. Eugene know about this horse.
If it's ceramic, how is it wheat? This crow's talking nonsense.
Maybe it's shaped like wheat, but it's made of ceramic.
No, that can't be.
You never heard of art before? You sucker.
No, what is that?
Where is... Oh. Is it here?
Also, hello everybody.
I like how you, when you reblogged my stream promo, you were like, there's gonna be there's gonna be a cameo, as if you don't cameo in almost every stream at some point.
Well, I just want to let my audience know so they can check in just to hear Sharkbell Dick pop in. Whatever. Okay. Kisses you.
Mr. Eugene! Good lord, Elise, what's got you in such a hurry? There's a horse in the crossroads. Are you certain, Elise? Yes, yes, I'm certain. The lass says she found your horse, Eugene. Take me there, lass. I'll go fetch the others. But it's dead, Mr. Eugene. It matters not, lass. Take me there. I feel like it's gonna be vanished. Yep. Went and got everybody in town. It was right here, I swear. Good lord, Elise. Would you tell us what you saw, Elise? There were crows and the horse was... Are you certain this is where you saw it? Yes, yes I am. You're tired, Elise. I'm certain this was just... There's only one answer to this, folks. You're lying, Elise. I'm not lying, you old fool. If you'd let me explain, I could tell you. You said the horse was dead, Elise. And it was. How could a dead horse trot away, would you say? It's no use trying to reason with her, Tristan. She's lying. Oh, Elise, of all things to lie about. And what is it about these crows? It's the truth. I've had enough. I'll be in the stables. Elise? Tell us, Elise, are you speaking the truth? It's again one of those, like, I feel like insisting is more in character for Elise, but will raise my suspicion that I've already, like, gotten bumped up. You can you can lead a horse to death, but you can't make it hang out. I'm gonna have like 8 or 10 points of total suspicion that I can get to, and I'm only at like 1. I did see that horse, Mr. Gustav. There was a horse and there were crows. Then that can only mean one of 2 things, lassie. You either witnessed the witch's doing, or you're the witch trying to deceive us. That's enough, old Jochen. Let us say there was a horse, at least. What's this about crows? As I said, Father, I think I saw what I saw. I won't deny any of what I said.
Elise.
Elise, I'm just shocked to see there's nothing here. Truly, I wouldn't lie about such a thing. You think you've got us fooled, huh? You shouldn't make such accusations. It's best we... Can't you folks see she's trying to deceive us? You know something, Elise. What? I don't know what it is, but I'll have it said, lassie. You can dance with the devil all you want, but he won't. That's enough! We've all had a difficult day today, folks. We're all exhausted, drained, and on edge, are we not? Why, you? Trying to defend your... No, Lebkuchen's quite right, old Jochen. Let us turn in for the night. We can come back to this tomorrow. I'd like to have a word with you, Gustav. You too, Lebkuchen. No need, Father. I trust Lebkuchen's judgment. Yet I don't.
So.
I'll go with you, Father. You're going home, Elise, and you should think long and hard about what you've done. Little goody two-shoes. That was dangerous. I'm worried about Lebkuchen, but I ought to go home and tell Rosemarine about what I just saw. Find your way home. As if it'll be difficult? As if the path will have changed, or maybe there's a barrier or something? Something wicked waiting for me? I do want to, if it'll let me. Yes, this is still open. It's best I come back some other time. Oh. I guess that's probably going to be a thing that takes some time to pass, and when it's already nightfall I can't be lingering, but... I'll drop off a little saver. I don't think there's anything I've done today that I wouldn't want to be able to come back to necessarily. Maybe the dialogues, but... Progress saved. Goodness. Elise! This is bad. This is very bad. Had it not been for Lebkuchen, those folks would have... They would have found out about everything. About the woods, about what I did. That's right, I best get to that Crow's Grove. The testament. They have the tender flesh. I should... Elise! Rosemary. What's wrong, Elise? I don't know where to start, Rosemary. I'm just so tired. It's this rotten pigsty of a town. Elise. I saw one of Mr. Eugene's horses on the way home, Rosemary. It was dead, but it was riddled with crows and... I don't understand, Elise. You should tell... More importantly, Rosemary, there was a golden crow. He said he's got a testament. Oh, Elise, a testament. This is too much for me, Rosemary. What else did he say, Elise? I'm so tired. Huh? I ran back to town to tell everyone about the horse, and they humiliated me, Rosemary. Elise. Each and every day I'm treated as though I'm some wretch. No matter what I do or say, I'm always... This wish of mine, Rosemary, can I truly trust him to grant it? If you devote yourself to him and do his bidding... You're already aware of the sacrifices you'll have to make, but it's... I would sacrifice all of Kieferberg if I had to, Rosemary. I can't stay another day in this town. I have no choice but to find him. Take me with you, Elise. Huh? You're going there again tonight, aren't you? To the woods? All right. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Everything's later. Well, okay. Straight to the point. You look nervous, Elise. That's because I am, Rosemary. We can talk about it. I can try and... No, it's alright. I don't want to think about it. Let's go, Rosemary. Alright. Keep close to me, Rosemary. Lord knows what we're going to find. You still haven't told me about last evening's. Whatever happens, Rosemary, promise me you'll keep close to me. Of course, Elise. Is everything alright? Come, let's go. Party talk. I do so love the visuals. This is where it happened, Rosemary. Elise, look! Those are horseshoes. There are so many, too. These weren't here earlier, Rosemary. It doesn't make any sense. There are feathers scattered about, too. Are these from the crows you said you saw? I don't know what to make of this, Rosemary. Come, please. We have no choice but to see for ourselves. Wait, Rosemary. 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 Silly lass, she must have wandered in all by herself. Rosemary. Okay. to the witching hour once again. I would like to go ahead and eat my treats. And this is different than before as well. I feel like that said something. But the font is too squirrely and not squirrely, the font is too, like, stylized and it's too quick for me to be able to take a proper look and see what it says. This is all. Rosemarine. Rosemarine? Where in the Lord's name did she go? I'd best carry on, I suppose. There's no going back. I can't run right now. Interesting. Pleasant surprise, pleasant surprise. How pleasant it is to see you here, lass. I thought you were the ones that invited me, Crow. Not every lass who gets those shoes winds up here. There have been others. You're not special, you're not special. Okay, hater. Swirling portal. Rosemarine. What were you thinking, wandering off like that, you... I'm sorry. I told you to stay close to me. I got a little distracted is all. This isn't the time or the place to get distracted, Rosemarine. We don't know what could be in these woods. Oh. She went spooky-eyed. Come now, we can't sit around all night. Explore the woodland. Ceramic grove of wheat. Nobody needed that. Oh. Visitors, visitors! Must you all say the same thing twice? Twice, twice! Oh, I've had it with you wretched birds. You're the wretch, you're the wretch. Why, you... Tweet, 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 tweet. Yep. I love crows. Oh! I don't know if it's an O, but like this... I mean, this was, on the first witching hour of the game when we had a dream of Dark Palace. This phrase was written on a plinth, a little statue of a crow. Ring of Ovrio? Again, I don't know for sure if it's an O. A ring? That's that crow's. What did you say, Rosemarine? Oh, my eye. You've come, you've come. Look who it is, look who it is. You've brought me such good company, too. What are you wittering on about, you wretch? You've done well in coming here, lassie. So you'd best give me what you promised, Crow. What he promised? The testament, the testament. Where is it, Crow? Come a little further into my grove, lass. Why, you little... I didn't hear about this. Show it to me, show it to me. What is she to show you, Crow? Rosemary? Hey, give me back that ring, you... Show me how far those ruby shoes will take you. All that you desire, lass, it's all so close, yet so far. You could at least tell me your name, Crow, if you have one. That's a secret, that's a secret. Why, you wretched bird, that doesn't answer my... Enough chatting, enough chatting. Come find me if you'd like to know more. Wait! Come find me, come find me. I suppose we ought to go find him. What's gotten into you, Rosemary? You're not yourself. What do you mean? Oh, to hell with it. Let's go find that wretched bird. I am gonna look around a little bit more. Little talon-shaped sconce. That ring we found. Would you say it could go in here, Rosemary? He did steal it from us, after all. Rather clever, isn't she? This well is rather deep, isn't it? Not very responsive, is she? A narrow brick well reaches deep into the earth's depths, its walls cracked and shriveled. Some of these look like they have nests inside. Several oddly shaped yet neatly carved ceramic pots and vases rest on the ground. Tell me, Crow, where are we exactly? I tell you nothing, I tell you nothing. Oh, why do I bother? This is my lord's realm, where else could we be? So you do know where we are. Never said I didn't, did I? I suppose not. I'm definitely glad there's something filling the niche of the pumpkins from Pokemon. More matches. Puts me at... Back at 20, did I really use 5 that fast? Or do I max out at 20? Oh, hello. You're going forth with his invitation, I see. What would that matter to you? I was once in your shoes, haughtiness and all. Oh, but it won't be long now, will it? Until your eyes are forced open, then you'll see that this mimicry of theirs isn't without reason, girl. I know when I'm being mocked, thank you very much. Ointment. Little drop of sanity. I don't think we should trust that crow. Alright, out with it, Rosemarine. You haven't been yourself since we got here. I'm a little nervous is all. So am I, but it's best we don't get distracted now. It may be she truly is just nervous, but she's rather cold, isn't she? Oh, you wretch. Acorn? A pair of acorns, each still clinging to their cupules. Get some health up. Let me eat a mushroom. We always keep our promises, lass. There's nothing to fear. I'm yet to see it happen, Crow. Fear not, fear not. Say, you're one of that Golden Crow's crooks, aren't you? A crook, she says. A crook. What else am I to call you? Birdie, Birdie. Oh, for goodness' sake. Ah! How do I know when that's gonna happen? Oh, there's the Golden Crow right there. Hold on. I'm still looking around. Okay, maybe I'm not. It won't let me go any further. Oh, I thought we wouldn't see the end of it. Come now, Rosemary, let's get out of here. I'm not sure it's that easy. Huh? No, it's nothing. Let's go. Okay, at least I don't have to run through the hazard field again. Amethyst gold ring, set to unlock the path to the Crow's barren lands. I wonder, let me see if I can. No, nothing helpful. Okay. Good heavens. People are constantly blowing up my spot. Okay. Because it looks like the shape of the character is like abstracted enough that it's hard to know for sure what it's meant to be. Kind of looks like Daedric. I wonder if maybe they both draw from a similar real-world script. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this just straight up is one, instead of like just a unique font. Yep. Nice and secure. He will be pleased. He will be pleased. There's the testament. Come further, lass. Come further. Oh, I've had it with you. Either tell me where to find it or get out of my sight. It's best you don't speak to him like that. Huh? All the answers you seek lie deeper within these woods, lassie. Will you give me the tender flesh, then? Meet me in the wheat field. Show me your resolution. The wheat field? You have my word. You have my word. That wretched bird's playing with me. Wheat field. Rosemarine. It's nothing. We ought to go after him. She's not nervous. She's hiding something. Well. I mentioned it in, I think, the first stream, but I really like how much at least contrasts with the protagonist of Pocket Mirror. So it's true, so it's true. I'll never get used to you feathered rats screeching. She's here, she's here. It's best we move along. She brought the witch. She brought the witch. What are they going on about now, Rosemary? Hello. Welcome in. You're in our lair, witch. You have no hand in this grove. You've got the wrong last, crows. Now let us through. I suppose it's because of the hat. You're in our lair, the lair of Lord... Oh, I guess I should just say Ovrio until I'm, like, more sure. Oh my god, there's all kinds of noises in chat suddenly. The lair of Lord Ovrio, the lair of Lord Ovrio. I don't remember what it was, but the other name in the dream did much more entirely look like something pronounceable in English. It's pronounced the lair of Lord Gooby Flooby. I just don't think so, but I guess I'm no expert. Do you know who that is, Rosemary? You know him too? He's our merciful Marquis. That golden crow's name. It's best we move along now. Ovrio. Okay, goodbye everybody. I want to run and see if there's anything. Yes. How I loathe you, naive sheep. Following his blissful word into this moonless hellfire of ours. What are you? We all fed his gluttony, one after the other. Our sins unearthed, made into a spectacle for all to see. Who is he? Your fate as one of us is sealed, you foolish girl. What in the Lord's name is she wittering on about? Take another hit to my sanity. I see you've taken the Marquis's invitation. It's rather rude to arrive in such good company, however. To whom? You know who, you know who. To him. That's who the good company is for, not for his Marquis. I'm yet to understand what this Marquis nonsense is about. Not nonsense, not nonsense. Oh, shush, you feathered rat. The extent to which Elise is very outspoken and oftentimes flat out rude. A lurking darkness. Creeping in. On all sides. You've met them, you've met them. You're mocking me, you... So are they, those wretched blackbirds. All of them. His despicable vassals. What are you talking about? Ovrio, his faithful crow. Don't trust him, regardless of how friendly he appears. As if I'd trust that feathered rat. Hearty soup! Oh boy! I gotta go see what hearty soup does for me. Oh, +2 and +2. Oh, this is a wall. Wall the way around. Okay, well. I'll save it again. Keep ourselves stocked up on checkpoint. I don't love the ominously creeping shadows. I feel like they're probably indicative of something or other. Maybe just the fact that my sanity is a little low, but it's not that bad. Ow! What in the world is that? An offering! An offering! What are you going on about, Crow? Is she the one, the offering? I don't recall ever promising you lot anything. It's best we move along. It's a shame she doesn't have much meat on her bones. You don't mean... The offering, the offering! Ooh. They're doing Dead by Daylight shit to my ass. Oh, more matches that I can't hold. Eager to meet him, eager to meet him. For goodness sake. These crows truly enjoy mocking us, don't they? You'll enjoy his company, I'm certain. And why would you say such a thing? Lord Ovrio does, Lord Ovrio does. It's no wonder he does, Crow. How do you know that, Rosemarine? She's the witch, she's the witch. Oh, for goodness sake. Why is it I have to listen to this nonsense everywhere I go? Come, Rosemarine, I've had enough of this foolery. Simply no way a girl who looks and in some ways acts like a witch could actually ever be a witch. What am I doing over here? It's just matches. Okay, well, acorn could be nice, but... It can go out eventually, that's good to know. Acorn. The trial lies ahead, the trial lies ahead. Aren't we already in it? This is merely the beginning. Huh? Lord Ovrio is generous, Lord Ovrio is generous. Not nearly enough, if I'm honest. Lady Aziel is greedy, Lady Aziel is greedy. Who? Even that, I'm saying Aziel, but the L looked more like a upside down T. You'd best give thanks to Lord Ovrio, lass. Lady Aziel won't be so forgiving after all. We'd best move along. There's another sparkling item, but what are the odds it'll just be another matches? Nope. Oh, another leather purse, okay. A little bit of dollars for me. Okay, I'm back. I'm back at the beginning now. Wait a minute. Ah! Good lord. It's almost more than I can keep up with. Wait, you... He sure likes to be chased around, huh? Come now, let's go before he decides to fly away again. Yay. Crow slate. What's this stone slab? Not just any stone slab, but an ominous music one. A heavy stone slate carrying the depiction of a crow. I don't trust the cracked mark there. Yo! More of this. And another one. What's this stone slab? Ow! Seems to me something's supposed to fit in here. But what? Of course. My slab. I can solve any puzzle. Oh, I need another one. Well, hold on. I'm sure I can't just take the one. Well, the guy is here. Murim. Oh, it's an M. And the other thing isn't a V, it's a U. Fancy seeing you, fancy seeing you. I still don't understand what you want from me, Crow. Your resolve, your resolve. Oh, I have plenty of that. Don't provoke him. Provoke me, provoke me. Follow your instinct, lass. Pay no heed to this creature you've brought along. She's no creature, you wretch. Yet, since you insist. Who are you exactly? I've heard a few things from those birds, but... Such as? Lord Murim, the Crow's Marquis, they called you. It's like an M, but then a mirrored M, put into one letter. His faithful Marquis, his faithful Marquis. Will you give the parenting a rest? You're in my lair, lass, Lord Mirim's ceramic grove of wheat. Ruler of all feathered creatures, ruler of all feathered creatures. To undergo your trial, I suppose. As many have, as many have. About this trial, Crow. It's in my understanding you'll be granting me one of the testaments. The tender flesh, the tender flesh. You've given me your word. Be sure you see it through, you hear? Find me in the wheat field, in the wheat field. Wait, I still have... He's not one to sit and chat, is he? I suppose not. Come, Rosemary, we'd best get going. I still have plenty of questions, but I'd best keep them to myself for now. Okay. So maybe I should go get my slab back. Let me go get both my slabs back, because I'm not going to need them. I'm not going to need this one to be over here. If I can't even get through this one. Like, it is interesting that, like, under the... that little freakazoid that spawns in, it kind of looks like a... I must find a way to open all of these. Oh yeah, now that I see there's just straight to another slab. There seems to be some connection between the... some greater connection between the crows and the horses, because the little monsters that come out of the dark weeds look somewhat horse-bodied. I mean, they have little freaky sickle hands, but... the general shape kind of hits at me at more of a horse than a bird body plan. Although it could mean nothing. It could have just been a convention of trying to make them look appropriately freakish. Another shade. Another golden girl. Halt there, lass. Halt there, lass. What is it, Crow? Show it to me, that brooch on your chest. You'd best not. You can see it plenty from where you're perched, wretch. Look how it shines, look how it shines. Come closer, lass, come closer, lass. Oh, get your own brooch, you greedy crow. Ah, how long has it been, I wonder? Tell me, how long has it been? Since when? Since you were bamboozled by one of us. Why you? I'm not like the others. I'm not one to share my sorrows. You'll be joining us soon enough, whether you like it or not. Out of my sight, you. Look at your face, look at your face. For goodness sake, everything in here is infuriating. Should probably take some grape juices. Gotta keep in mind, once I get some money, I should buy some more of this stuff that... oh! Cures a lot of my, torment in one swoop. Oh, I ought to go find Rosemarine. Well, she's just over there. What was the, I think by now I've saved over the other location, but it had an interesting little name too. Impressive lass, impressive lass. What's gotten into you, Rosemarine? Who's Rosemarine? Who's Rosemarine? Ever since we got here, you haven't... Who's Rosemarine? Who's Rosemarine? Wait, Rosemarine. Who's Rosemarine? Who's Rosemarine? For goodness sake, I can't even hear my own thoughts. You're just in time for the tender flesh, lass. The tender flesh, that's... The testament, the testament. Yeah, my eye. The tender flesh, the tender flesh. Wait, don't come any closer. We're rather peckish, rather peckish. I'm telling you to stay away from me. Goody the horse, goody the horse. No, wait. May thy flesh serve him. May thy flesh serve him. Goodness. Wheat Testament. Is this the flesh? My own hair, a part of me. My mortal body. Just like Rosemarine told me. Oh, I must find her. Lord knows what those crows did to her. Ooh. Rosemarine. Can you hear it, Elise? The woodland, my grove. It's aching. What are you saying, Rosemarine? You've lost your wits the moment we got here. Even under their influence, it's still... I'm serious, Rosemarine. That's enough. It's aching for what was taken from its bosom, Elise. Now that you're here, it's reacting to you. I still don't understand, Rosemarine. What are... Can you hear it? Hear what? These roots, the earth. Ugh. Ugh. The freak. They're up there beating a dead horse. He'll guide you to your rightful place, Elise. I don't have time for this nonsense, Rosemarine. I've done what I came here to do. We ought to leave. To the womb, Elise. Where you were conceived. Where you will go to meet your fate. You're not listening. To think he is once more trying to take you away from me. Turned my bosom into this parched wasteland, and yet... this womb of mine still responds to your presence all the same. What in the... I will bring you home, Elise. I will do everything in my power to... Rosemarine, take my hand. What in the... I will bring you home, Elise. Come with me, Rosemarine. We have to get out of here. Oh! Hello? Oh my god! Okay. What? What do I need to do there? Okay, well, hold on. Let's... I can't, I can't speed up through this. I mean, I can, you know, mash through it, since we've seen it all mere moments ago. Ugh. A little too flashy for the eyes. It's gnarly, though. What an atmospheric, like, moment. Once again, the ways that this game sets a horror atmosphere. I wonder if... Should I? Let's see. Or no, isn't it, put that in there. Okay. Can I remove it, actually? Not that I think I need to, because that is the right thing. Just want to check, though. Because maybe I'm supposed to... put it in there. Oops. Ugh. Can I already be running? Oh, it just runs in a straight line, so I have to go around it. Okay. Now there's a path over there. Escape the woodland. Save me again. Oh, hello. Oh my god. Wow! It's like a... Can I not? Can I not? Do I not? Am I not allowed? Oh, I'm fucked. I got trapped under the debris. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a quick 5. Everybody behave for a few minutes. Okay. Here we go again. This monster design is like... It's reminiscent of... I don't remember what it specifically is, but I believe there's a, maybe a couple of deities? Well, from different folklores. I think they're similar in some ways, but not all. Like horse skull. Enshrouded. The way this thing is animated is so fun. Oops. Oh! Dear Lord! Is it gone, Rosemarine? I suppose. What was that thing anyhow? They're preparing for your arrival, it seems. That's me. I've never seen him this eager, I must say. What in the Lord's name is going on here? You'll slip away. If I don't hurry, I'll lose you. Rosemarine, what's wrong with you? Elise. I've had it. We're leaving this place. A statue of me. Trying to lure you in, is he? Huh? Isn't this what you most desire? Glory, luxury, prestige. He's trying to show you that. Let's get out of here, Rosemarine. A horse, a bird, and a cat. I think that's a cat. And another acorn. Ah! Oh. Do I have to... do I have to do the first segment again? Okay, it's not like it's hard, but... Music is also really fun. Ow! Huh, okay. I don't know if it particularly matters if I check this again, but... What did I do wrong over here? Whoa, 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 do I have to go up? Like, it must be that I'm getting hit in one shot by the thing. Let me make a quick test. Does it like... Yeah, okay. It looks like it always one-shots me. It's partially just because you don't hear the instrument very often elsewhere, but this, like... this music style, with like, especially with that, like... It might be a type of guitar, but the strummy string instrument that's in it, it always reminds me of, like... both Hades and Bastion. Similar, like, frantic kind of, I mean, it's kind of a Mediterranean, like, sounding, at least, like, stereotypically. Which is definitely part of why it's, like, part of the Hades soundscape, to kind of get that ancient Greece feel. Is it died? Rosemarine! Come, quick! You have to get up. Oh. I will lose you again, my beloved. If I don't hurry, you'll slip away. You're not Rosemarine. The hag. The mysterious hag. Was it all a dream? Oh, what am I to do? I feel so confused. I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. That wasn't Rosemarine either. Oh, what am I getting myself into? I'm so utterly alone. Let me guide you, Elise. Rosemarine. Wild and wandering thistle. Mine was a birth midst the blackest sky, darkened and sunk in ash by the raging flames. Led by the kismet passed down unto me, I've been but following the dreams I have. Come offer our prayers to the court of stars above, let us offer them. Let us engrave the rondo of the 6 stars in dance. O beacon which guides me, bestow upon me visions anew. No matter if they herald but an unescapable fate. Will I be able to reach the end of this journey, whose final act is heralded by the brilliant light that engulfs visions I stow so deep in my bosom? Step by step, I keep on this relentless march, walking on to the rhythm of the song, heralded to me by the bell of the heavenly oracle, engraving such a pure name, the true monarchy of your soul, deep within my heart. I begin my fated journey towards you. I really love this little art style. All the times it appeared throughout Pocket Mirror and through this. Mitworth. Mitworb? Was that a B? Either way, Wednesday. When did I get here? That dream I had about Rosemary. Rosemary. I have to find her. My eye. That wretched crow. I had to find Rosemary. I went out back to see if she's out there. Oh, what am I doing talking to a goat? Oh, I don't know, maybe he would know something. Yes! Rosemary. Good morning, Elise. Have you completely lost your wits, Rosemary? Last night in the woods, what were you thinking, saying... Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't... You weren't yourself, Rosemary. What do you mean? Oh, don't give me that now. No, Elise, I didn't even step foot in the woods. You were with me the entire time, Rosemary. No, I wasn't. I couldn't follow you into the woods. The trees blocked my path. You went on ahead no matter how much I called for you, and I did wait for you, but you never came back for me. If that wasn't Rosemary, then who in the Lord's name? Is everything alright, Elise? You look a little... Rosemary. You can talk to me. You don't have to keep it all to yourself. I had a dream about you. It was... Oh, Elise. I saw you and your grandmother, and... It felt like I was seeing your... My path to finding you in Kieferberg. Oh, Elise, it's fate. Fate, you say. You still don't believe it, do you? Hard not to, after last night. Oh, did you get it? Huh? Why, the testament, Elise. Yes, those crows, I was offered a strand of my own hair, and... Oh, Elise, that's wonderful. All you need to do is prepare it to be eaten. Eaten? Remember, these are gifts you're giving him, Elise. But it's hair. A part of your own mortal body, yes. Gifts for the host, food, drink, and good company. Food, you say? The tender flesh needs to be food. You look tired, Elise. Is everything alright? I feel like I'm losing my wits, Rosemary. Elise. Come now, let's head out to work. Everything's falling into place, Elise. You'll see. Good gracious. I was hoping there might be a little different reaction with Rosemary at the party. Yeah, I'll save. I'll just save over it. Yeah, at the village, get through the morning, and then see. how things progress, what time all my other activities are at. The crows. Oh, there's so many crows. What are these crows doing here? Elise, is everything alright? This can't be good. I'd best hurry. Oh, there's so many of them everywhere. Oh, there you are. Lebkuchen asked me to warn you two. What happened to Granny Gretel? Oh, poor Apfel struck a dreadful fever. Lebkuchen and Lisbeth were up all night looking after him. Is he all right? Seems so, but after that high of a fever, I wouldn't want him frolicking about too much. Where is he now, Granny Gretel? In church, I believe. Lebkuchen said Father Hans intends to keep watch over him today. Father Hans? Oh, it's one thing after another here in Kieferberg, isn't it? Definitely also feels like a thing that the townsfolk are gonna notice and be concerned about. What's all this? I don't think I've ever seen so many crows at once. Come, Rosemary, we must find out what's going on. We'll be scraping bird poop off the roofs for weeks, Elma. Oh, Elise, would you take a look at this nonsense? These crows, I see. All of Kieferberg is thick with the filthy things. I told everyone I'd seen them yesterday, Mrs. Elma. They're a pest, and Lord knows where they've come from. Oh, but they're not dangerous, I'm certain. What are you saying, lass? Of course they are. You'd best talk some sense into your cousin, Elise. She's clearly not all there, the poor lass. All right, let's go, Rosemary. Ah, yes. Oh, I like this new song. Oh.
Wife cameo yet again to give my wife a kiss.
It's coming along, I suppose. Kieferberg's maple leans clumsily to the side, still stripped of its main decorations. They should let me go ladder. I guess I could look over here, maybe there's someone to talk to.
I love the shitty band advertisement right there. Of just like, we have the best paid for viewers.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. If you gotta buy them, how good can they be?
Oh, maybe up at the farm? No use whining about it, Jacob. It's a no. But Granny... What's wrong, Mrs. Marlin? It's Apfel, lass. He came down with a fever last night. I've heard, yes. Do you know if he's feeling better, Mrs. Marlin? He is. It seems the fever was gone in the morning, but... Lebkuchen said the poor lad was delirious. Oh, please let me go see him, Granny. Absolutely not, Jacob, and that's final. Where is he right now, Mrs. Marlin? In church, I've heard. Oh, I could go wait for him by the fountain. Wait for your father to come back, Jakob. I wouldn't want you at these birds' mercy either. But Granny, this also goes for you too. Don't go near those crows, you hear? Oh, but have they hurt anyone? Lord knows they could. You people can't do anything, .png. I should have believed you last night, Elise. I suppose, not that it would have prevented anything, though. Oh, the dreadful things are everywhere. They've been circling the windmill all morning, you see. The lads are still up there trying to do away with them. Circling the windmill? What for? Why, to steal our grain, Elise. Those crows are a bad omen, that's for sure. I wouldn't want to lend old Jolchin's notions anyway, but... maybe it's Yalchin. Yalkin? Yalkin? We should give it some thought, I'd say. Now that's a bad omen. But maybe I need to go up to the windmill to get anything done. Will this take me to the back alleys? Yes, this is Freya's home. Mrs. Odeley? Eek! Don't tell me you're hiding from the crows. I'm not going anywhere near those dreadful things. Oh, this is all your fault. How is this our fault, Mrs. Odeley? You two are hiding something, I know it. Old Yalkin's being taken for a fool, but I know you. Is this because of what I said yesterday, Mrs. Odeley? All these awful goings-on. I understand it's frightening, Mrs. Odeley, but you can't... Oh, but these crows weren't enough. Even our children are hexed down. What are you... Shoo, shoo, leave me be, you... I'm not rocking with Mrs. Odeley. I'd best go lend the lads a hand, Brunhild. No, Guido, please don't go. What's going on here? You don't mean to say you haven't seen them, do you? I've seen them before anyone else in Kieferberg, as you know. My, you ought to know something about this, then. Oh, please stop with that nonsense, Mrs. Wilma. Those wretched things broke into the windmill, Elise. Hence why I'd best head back there, Brunhild. She's pregnant, Guido. Don't let her get worked up. They broke into the windmill, Mr. Guido. Stole our grain, the bastards. I must go, Brunhild. I can't stand here all day. Oh, Guido, what if they attack me while you're away? I mean, I guess crows can be, like, opportunistic, but... So much fear-mongering about, like... the idea that they just come and attack you. Just because. I'm just really, this is the old windmill. This isn't even where they are. They came all the way out here. Well, will it let me go in here yet? Nope. I do really wonder what the... Because apparently there's like 10 endings just from what can be measured in the like wardrobe where you can review them. And it isn't that I, like, wish ill on... I mean, they're fictional characters. I will definitely say... with how much, like, hate and fear-mongering goes on in this town. I definitely don't doubt there could be some satisfying endings that end fairly well for the, like, enough of the important characters while still, like, not necessarily being a good end for the town at large. I mean, learning to be better people is the best case scenario, but again, the story is a work of fiction. I'll take good care of it, Father. There's nothing to see here, Elise. You'd best head back to town. You were the one who first saw these crows, weren't you, Elise? It's not as though you folks believed me when it mattered. I've said it last night, and I'll say it again. You're hiding. It matters not, Olyokin. We must focus on the matter at hand. We all had our fill of trouble last night, didn't we? We don't need any more yelling, that's for certain. Now, they didn't steal that much grain, folks. How much did they steal, Mr. Gustav? About a sack in total. We got here in time to prevent the worst. The darn birds were building a nest in the oven. We ought to give it a good scrubbing later. It doesn't seem they're keen on attacking us, at least. We've locked it up and trusted Eugene here with the key for now. I appreciate the trust. Of course, especially after all of yesterday's goings-on. Because he was stolen from, or because he has no horses to steal the grain with. Who's to stand guard here, then? Before we get into that, Bernhard, there's something I'd like to say. We're all well aware of what happened last night, however. We ought to stick together, folks, now more than ever. You heard the man. Kieferberg is what we make of it, don't forget that. I ought to head back to church. Is Apfel feeling better, Father? That's what I'm looking into, Finn. You'd best go with, Elise. Lebkuchen will fill you in, I'm certain. Will do, Mr. Gustav. I was wondering, Elise. Mr. Bernhard said the crows were trying to make a nest in the oven. I suppose it's a cozy little nook. I don't see what's so... So there's an oven in the windmill, right? There's always been an oven in the windmill, Rosemarine. What's your... The tender flesh, Elise. Wouldn't this be a good way to prepare it? Making bread out of it, you say? Maybe you could ask about town if they'd let you in. That's rather risky, Rosemarine. I suppose, but... I can't think of any other way either. Not if I want to find him. It's worth the try, I'd say. Alright, I'll see what I can find out. Talk to folks and investigate. Rosemarine's right. I have to find a way to get in here. Asking around town should be enough, but... Talk to Lisbeth in church. I'd say they snuck in through the roof, Gustav. When did you realize the crows were in the windmill, Mr. Ludwig? Heinrich came about to collect some flour this morning. He was the one who gave the alert. So you've locked it up, have you? We must keep those birds out, Elise, or they'll take all our grain. could draw them away? Maybe if you scattered some grain elsewhere, Mr. Gustav? Then the windmill could still be available, and... We've thought about that, at least. Nobody was in favor of wasting any more grain glass. Ah, I see. We have to keep a close eye on the windmill, at least. You can have a word with Eugene, perhaps. No, of course. Okay. I do wonder if the other dialogue option would have gotten me anywhere, but I feel like it felt a little more like potentially suspicious. Too obviously trying to get them away. Stacked with hay and firewood, Kieferberg's stables house much of the town's livestock. Probably something I checked last time. I wonder why they're circling the windmill. It's not because of the grain, that's for certain. I wonder... I have to change positions real quick, I'm getting back. Ugh. Do a little free stretch. Getting kind of uncomfortable in my position. Okay. Okay, yay. I don't feel like they'll have anything useful to say. Take me down to this side of town some more. Talk to Lisbeth in church. Well, there's no other anything, it looks like. Spending some time at church will probably move it along into the morning proper instead of... I think it's dawn right now? Yeah. Look, there's so many crows. Made like one dialogue choice, and I don't think it was one that necessarily mattered. This is bad. This is very bad. I better figure out why those crows are in Kieferberg, and fast. Ah, it's nice to see you, Elise. You've heard about Apfel, I assume? I only heard he was ill, but that's all. Oh, the poor lad. I can't bear looking at his little hands. What about them, Mrs. Dorothy? It's best you hear it from me, Elise, so you get the real story. You've been up all night, Lisbeth. We can tell her. Apfel is fine now, as you can see, but last night I was awoken by him moaning, speaking nonsense. His fever was boiling him alive. We called for Father Hans and brought him to church, but Apfel had never been so ill. I thought I'd lose him. He wasn't all there either, kept mumbling to himself, and I don't know how, but his hands are injured. It's horrifying, and they were so bloody. It's as if they were pecked at by something. I can't explain it. Please collect yourself, Mrs. Lisbeth. That's right, Mrs. Lisbeth. Take deep breaths. At first I thought he'd caught the goat's sickness somehow, but it doesn't explain his hands or what happened to my goats. Oh, this is my disgrace. It's all right, Mrs. Lisbeth. We're all here for you. It's all right. What about the goats? It must have... Eesh. It must have happened while we were praying for Apfel in church. When Mrs. Lisbeth went to fetch him dry clothes, she happened upon 2 of her goats lying on the ground. They'd bled to death, their tongues had been ripped out, and their heads were severed too. You can rest assured we'll help you, Mrs. Lisbeth. I shall arrange for a doctor to come as soon as possible. What am I to do with one sick goat, Father? We'll make certain you and the children don't go without, Mrs. Lisbeth. You're welcome to have supper with Finn and I any time, Lisbeth. Thank you, but I don't have strength, Dorothy. Mrs. Dorothy will be looking after Phil, Mrs. Lisbeth. You'd best go home and rest for the day. Of course, Father, thank you. Come, I'll walk with you and Apfel home.
No.
This is awful, Elise. I ought to pay them a visit later. And into the morning. It's one thing after another, isn't it? But first things first. I ought to figure out how I'm going to get my hands on that key. You look awful, Lebkuchen. It's no wonder, is it? Seeing Apfel so ill has had me worrying about him all night. Mrs. Lisbeth said he was mumbling to himself. He was having convulsions, speaking of the witch, too. Sounds like he's been listening to too much of old Jotchen's nonsense, that's what. I think so, too. What about Apfel's hands? What was that about? I'd say he did that to himself. He was gripping his fists the entire time, so... Say, Lebkuchen, if this is about last night, Elise, what else would it be about, Leb? I'm worried about you. They gave me a lecture, is all. Mr. Gustav was very supportive of me, but Father Hans, he... Oh, that old geezer better not have. Father Hans isn't all there either, Elise. What do you mean, isn't all there? Old Jurgen's very much convinced you saw those crows for a reason, and... Father Hans is starting to believe him, I think. Oh, for goodness sake. Be careful, Elise. There's only so much I can do for you. New goal available. Meet Rose and Marine at the viewpoint, and... 2 chores are all, like, mutually exclusive. Incompatible, I suppose. But I can also run around and talk to some folks. I don't know what they mean by new goal available, if not just... As much as I dislike Sunday Mass, I have to admit I feel at peace here. Too bad the old geezer's always about. Bathed in sunshine, each stained glass panel casts a warm glow over the church's gelid marble? Gelid? Not a word I've ever seen before. There. Okay, there's someone to talk it over at the stables. So I guess I'll make my way over there. Is everything alright, Mrs. Marielle? Oh, Elise, it's so horrifying. To think this would have happened to Lisbeth of all people. All on her own with 2 young children, too. Oh, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I haven't seen Gruna all morning. I had a word with Mrs. Lisbeth early this morning. Gruna was in tears. I couldn't bear the sight. It seems they're going to be in class with Dorothea and Lebkuchen. I'll see what I can do for them this afternoon. Even if it's just keeping them company or entertaining Gruna. Oh, I can only hope none of this misfortune gets sent my way. Where does this take me? Hello, you've got a quest? Ah, there you are, Elise. You seem troubled, Mr. Ludwig. All of Kieferberg's troubled, lass. Now, can you do me a favor? Bertha and I are thinking of spending a week in Primeldorf after the festival. In Primeldorf, Mr. Ludwig? My daughter has been insisting we visit, you see. Seeing our grandchildren would be good for Bertha, too. Why don't you visit more often, Mr. Ludwig? It's such a long way to Primeldorf. It's really not that far away. Do me a favor, will you, Elise? Go ask Finn if he can look after my cabbages while I'm away. Your cabbages, Mr. Ludwig? They need daily tending to, and these crows aren't helping. But tell him he can't simply beat them with a hoe, you hear? Why would he do such a thing? Young lads are lazy. Lazy, that's why. Okay, man. Will not be helping with any chores. Simply impractical. I've been struggling, I can't lie. Struggling, Mr. Tristan? Explaining all this to Jakob is no easy task, Elise. I've told him as little as I can about the horses, too. But Apfel getting that fever is a different story, I understand. These crows are a mystery, too. What did you see yesterday, Elise? Nothing much, Mr. Tristan. There were crows all about Mr. Eugene's horse last evening, that was all. They flew away when I got too close, then I ran back to town. He ought to have believed you, lass. All we can do now is keep our focus on the festival. Easier said than done, if I'm honest. It's one thing after another. I wonder if we'll last until Saturday. I do wonder about that. Okay, well, there's some folks to talk to. Let me roam a little bit. See if there's anyone else around. Don't know for sure where I would find Finn. Better days will come, lad. When I'm settled in Primeldorf, God willing. Don't make hasty decisions, Eugene. What is it, Elise? You're rather trusted, Mr. Eugene. With the key to the windmill, even. The lass is right, Eugene. It's a shame for you to leave. Nothing I can do about that, folks. There's nothing left for me here in Kieferberg, you see. Still, I think everyone would miss you, Mr. Eugene. Please reconsider. No, I've made up my mind, but I do appreciate it, Elise. Even this key. I will only be holding onto it until the evening. Until the evening, Mr. Eugene? It's too much responsibility, lass. I'm not too comfortable with it in my pocket, I must admit. Why not hand it over to someone else, then? I could take it to Mr. Gustav if you like. That's all right, Elise. There's no better place than Kieferberg, lad. Talk to folks later. We'll run on all the way to the the viewpoint. Pass some time with Rosenmarine. Did I not talk to you, man? I wouldn't say that's what lazy folks would do, but... Okay. I guess I should look around in this time frame, see if I can find Finn.
Pardon me, everybody. I need to borrow my wife just for a second.
As I was thinking, the suspicious old ladies club. Oh, I haven't had a proper night's sleep since Friday. Elise here has been sleeping like an angel, I'd wager. Messing with me first thing in the morning, are you, Mrs. Bertha? My, there's hardly a need to threaten folks like that, Elise. How is this a threat, Mrs. Elma? You can tell us, Elise. There's no harm. Don't say it. You were the only one who knew about these crows. Why is that? It's so tempting to pick this. Just to mess with them, but there's nothing else I can say. Mrs. Bertha's taken a liking to teasing us, Mrs. Odeley. I suppose. Truly, Bertha, this isn't the time. Why, I'm not teasing anyone. This is a legitimate question. It doesn't matter who saw them first, Bertha. What matters is that they're here and they're not leaving no matter what we do. This is an omen, that's what this is. Come now, Odeley, let's get you home. Yeah, saying, yep, I'm the witch, even as a joke would have been a suspicion up for sure. Oh, can't Saturday come any sooner? This week has brought us nothing but trouble. These crows all about town, too. We ought to have believed you yesterday, Elise. It doesn't matter anymore, Mrs. Ariana. All that's keeping me in good spirits is the festival, if I'm honest. You've heard about Apfel, Elise. The poor boy. I'll ask Mrs. Lisbeth what I can do for her later. She hasn't had time to look after herself, I'd wager. Oh, I can't bring myself to smile on days like these. No, that's truly a shame, I'd say. You can't say that out here, Elise. Huh? Why not? What? What are you two wittering on about now? Oh, it's nothing, Mrs. Wilma. Doesn't concern you, Mrs. Wilma. Elise. Ah! Accidentally hit a little bit of a Homer Simpson. I mean, maybe he's out. There's never anything going on here except when there is. I have $6. That's not going to get me anything. I do love a feathers sound design. I can never go that way. Okay. Stuck on a ledge. There's not going to be anything going on in the woods. There are crows even here. Can't go deeper, and there's no reaction to trying. I do want to, Oh, I forgot how much breads I got. Oh, let me go and have the soup. It's not as if I don't need it. There's another mushroom ring over here that I've somehow never noticed. This wasn't open before. Someone's been in here recently. I have to be careful. Sanity's going down, and I don't think I really have anything to... Whoa! Scary grabber. An owl? Looks like an altar of some sort. Wooden seraph. Uh-oh. This cave, it's broken in half. What's this stall doing in such a place anyhow? It's so flimsy, too. I could break it rather easily, couldn't I? This looks like a door. I wonder if I can get it open somehow. I'm not worried about that right now on account of, sanity is in a pretty bad spot. I don't think I have anything to restore it right now. Okay, can everyone bear with the wretched laughter for a little while? While I run literally the entire other side of town to where I can buy a restorative item. Does anyone know if we have haunting giggles tomorrow? It's a very cool sound design. Good lord. Okay, sell a leather purse. Oh. Spiced Wurst. For 30 coins heals 3 hearts. Roast turkey for 50 heals 5 hearts and 4 breads. And I can buy hearty soup here. Okay. That's great. Let's see if I can sell something. Sell me an acorn. So I can get 2 grape juices. Oh, I like how she does a little smile when you buy something. I'm obsessed with her. Okay. Okay, that just barely puts us out of out of the misery. While I'm running around. Deprived of speech, the wooden angel rests motionless in apparent stupefaction. Gracious. I almost wonder if using the wooden seraph on the door is how you open it. But until I can afford to get more sanity restoration items, I'm not going to go back in there. There she is. Flock. You and that goat of yours, Rosemarine. Oh, Elise, there's no need to be jealous. I'm not jealous of a goat, you... Isn't she, Flock? How would you like to sleep with him out in the granary, Rosemarine? Oh, I'd have Flock to hold close. I wouldn't be cold at all. Why, you? Ah, Flock, don't get so close to the edge. You be careful too, Rosemarine. You can see everything from here, can't you? I suppose. Something's on your mind, Elise, I can tell. Can't even be left to brood in peace, can I? You're going through some changes, that's all. Some changes, you say? Your path will become clearer and clearer, you'll see. I don't know about this. Not now, Rosemarine, I'm not ready. You're still overwhelmed, I see. It's difficult not to be, wouldn't you say? Why don't we head back to town, Elise? Maybe I took the wrong option to get a heart. Well, I can talk to folks, and I can do a chores. I think Kiss the Rat is a silly game. And I don't think it's necessarily that hard. It just takes some, like, reaction time, which admittedly isn't always my strong suit. So it's somewhat harder for me than it would be for other people, but... Still, not the worst. This is tiring, this is tiring, Rosemarine. Asking about town, you mean? No, I don't think we can count on that. I should have chosen my words a little more carefully, I suppose. That's alright, Elise. We'll find a way. It's a little too late for that, Rosemarine. If only I could turn back time and attempt it again. Either way, Elise, folks are rather restless. You haven't been asking about town yourself, have you? No, of course not. Alright, well, I'll call for you if I need you. I'll be here, Elise. Muffy's poking around, but I think she might have asked for something I don't have and can't afford. I will save over a new file, just in case. Oh, you're open. It's you. That's enough. I'm not giving you one more crumb. But you promised me some Lipkin. I promised you nothing, Mercy. Folks already think it's strange, Elise, that you knew about the crows since yesterday. You know what? Why don't you go ahead? Who's to believe a scrawny little squealer like you anyhow? Oh, Yolkin does, Elise. Mrs. Odily does, too. Oh, do they? What are you telling them, then? That I saw you talking to those crows yesterday. There was a golden one, too, wasn't there? Why, you... Following you about town is truly so much fun, Elise. I just know you have the lip cooking you promised me tucked away somewhere. No, I'm not gonna give you anything. I know it's gonna bump my suspicion back up, but I kind of... It's not that big a deal. It's gonna give... I'm pretty sure it's gonna raise my suspicion no matter what I give her, since I don't have the right thing. Off with you, Mandy. I'm not giving you anything. Now leave. But you promised you'd... Why don't you tell them then? Oh, but I will. I'll tell them, Elise. That you saw me speaking to some birds, as if they'd believe you. I'll tell them what you said, too. Is that so? What did I say, then? You said that, you... Out of my sight, Molly. Bring me some soup tomorrow, or else... Or else what, you little... I should have given her what she wanted, but... Oh, to hell with it. Yeah. I'm not super scunched about it. Anyway. We are getting a little close to... Time to wrap it up, but I want to look around town and see if I can find Finn for that one errand. There's so many people in this space, I might run and talk to them all real quick, too. Oh, and Leibkuchen's over here. Hiding from those folks, are you, Leb? It's that obvious, isn't it? To me, yes. Folks have been hounding me all day, is all. I don't want to admit it, Elise, but... I made a mess of that whole ordeal. I'm truly sorry, Leibkuchen. I didn't mean to trouble you. That's not what I was going to say, but please continue. I feel awful about it. I know you do, Elise. It doesn't matter anymore. What were you going to say, then? That we ought to take all these goings-on seriously, Elise. There's no witch, Leibkuchen. Yet folks are losing their wits all the same, aren't they? And best keep calm is what you're saying. Say, Elise. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? You're putting yourself in danger, aren't you? Leibkuchen. You know me. You know I can tell when something's not right. It's nothing to worry about. In truth, it's not even... Whatever it is, Elise, I won't be able to help you with it. Not when you keep secrets from me, and not when... No, I won't say it. Leibkuchen, I truly... Be careful, Elise. That's my only request. She'd be better off marrying Eugene, I'd say. Who's marrying Mr. Eugene? Oh, Bertha's jesting, Elise. You have to agree, Marlin, they're about the same age, too. You can't be talking about Mrs. Lisbeth. Who else would I be talking about, Elise? Now, we can't be spreading this nonsense about town, you hear? It's far from nonsense. Those children need a proper father. Eugene's leaving first thing next Monday anyhow. A big mistake, if you ask me. I'm not too certain about Eugene myself, but I must agree poor Lisbeth would be better off now if she'd remarried. The gossip. It's a good thing Apfel's feeling better, Lisbeth. No use in brooding now. It'll only wear you out even more. Oh, I can't help but worry. Mr. Bernard is right, Mrs. Lisbeth. Even so, you must keep an eye on the children. How's your horse, Eugene? Tired still. Poor thing's lying about in the hay. So are my goats. To think someone would do such a thing. I've been keeping calm, not wanting to rile folks up, but... You've been too calm, I'd say. Cursing Kieferberg to hell won't bring my horses back, Bernard. Someone ought to have done it, that's all I have to say. I must say I'm starting to understand how those old folks feel. Mrs. Lisbeth, it's certainly easier to believe there's a witch, isn't it? It's rather tricky now that we don't have Eugene's horses. You could lend us a hand, Freya. Oh, Elise, won't you tell Papa to stop before he... Huh? Freya's as strong as I am, believe it or not. Papa! Looking rather flustered, aren't you, Freya? Because he makes it sound as if I'm a... I'd say it's an asset, not a fault, Freya. I'm not that strong, anyhow. I must say I'm curious to see that now, lass. Don't pressure her, Heinrich. Oh, but even I would like to see how strong she is. Alright, alright. Oh! How's this, then? I can't believe it. Gustav weighs as much as a horse, but look at that. She barely broke a sweat, too. That's my daughter, atta girl Freya. Papa, not in front of Elise, too. Huh? This is the kind of cheer Kieferberg needs. Truly, I'm tired of hearing about this witch. Oh, what's going on now? Nothing. Okay. We were just talking about you, dearie. Me, Mrs. McTild. Oh, Elise, aren't you scared of these crows? They're more of a nuisance, I'd say. See, Brunhild, Elise doesn't let it get to her. Oh, but there are so many. They haven't attacked anyone, have they? No, not at all. They're just hopping about town, it seems. It certainly is strange, but I don't think there's much harm. You don't think there's a witch about town, Mrs. McTild? I'm old enough to know such things don't exist, Brunhild. Truly, Mrs. Brunhild, you can't listen to those old folks. Oh, I suppose that's true. Oh, there's a little something to check over here. A little too eager to set up a dinner table outside, aren't they? Not like it's my problem anyhow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother hitting a chore. I'm just gonna look all around town. See what there is to do and who there is to talk to that won't pass time. Oh, here's Finn. They've had their fill, I'd wager. The crows, Mr. Guido. They've been circling the windmill all morning, the bastards. Yet they haven't come for the grain even once. Would you say they won't? If they haven't attempted it until now. Who's to say, Elise? We can't leave the windmill, that's what. Ah, no. I was saying that maybe now. They're not coming for the grain because we're here, I'm certain. They'd come diving down the moment we left, I'd wager. That's a given. I suppose. They're not leaving, and Mr. Eugene's got the key. Maybe Mr. Eugene won't be around this evening. I do wonder if maybe the way to get in is to take an option that'll be a little more suspicious. Double edge of, like, bumps my suspicion up, but does make them agree to whatever I say. Let me think about it. Yeah, you know what? The chore I'm gonna do is in the back alleys. I'll save talking to the folks over there. I'm a little bit ready to, like, stretch and take a break. Thank you everybody for being here today. What a grand old time. What a game. What a delight. What a joy. I don't know, I don't have much to say right now that I haven't been saying. I'm really loving this game. I'm super happy to be playing it. Digging deeper into the intrigue, into the horror and mystery of it all. And at the rate of like about a day in game per stream, like we should still have a couple good ones in us. Even like setting aside if we might want to replay for different endings or anything like that. But anyway. So of course Monday we'll have more Legend of Spyro. Happy to be coming at that with some tips from our chatter earlier. Have a bit of a smoother experience than the first time around, and hopefully getting deeper into the game will kind of get more used to it. And then of course more little goody two-shoes on Friday. So keep on coming around for both of these. We're having a good time, and we'd love to see you. But for now, I hope that all of you have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.